Coven, welcome back to the Heathen Hedge Witch. It's been a while since I actually sat down and talked to a camera, and I figured I could update you guys on kind of what's been going on, because whirlwind and roller coaster are starting to sound mild compared to the things that have been going on in my life lately. So it's going to be one of those chill with me, smoke with me, / drink with me if drinking is your preference. I've got my favorite bowl here and a little mix of strains, if I'm being honest. Something called peanut butter cookies and something called apple fritter. Oh no, it's a good mix. And before anybody gets all salty, I am over 30 years old and I live in a legal state of Michigan where things are recreationally legal. I'm on my own back porch. My child is quite a few yards away with his dad. He's supervised by someone who's not smoking right now. So with that disclaimer out of the way, skull. All right. Now, let's talk about what's been going on in my life lately. So I got what I would have a year ago considered to be a dream job, but the company is so corrupt on the inside, and I'm not going to use the name of this job, but it is a job in the cannabis industry actually. And I was really excited about it at first until my mom got diagnosed with cancer, and I needed to take some time off of work to be with my mom because, cancer. Anyways, I got my old job back that I talked about in the last chill with me when I was like, I got a job. I'm back there now. Which is cool. The environment is a lot healthier for me, and they're willing to work around my YouTube schedule, which is nice. They see it adequately as another job that I have commitments for, and they're not going to try to be like, what do you mean? The internet isn't a reliable career. My boss is like, that's cool as fuck. Do you do live streams? And I'm like, yeah, actually sometimes I do reading live streams. And so I just thought it was cool. My boss is a fellow witch. Even though the company isn't a witchy store, it's still really cool to have like-minded folks in the workplace, and I'm liking that this is becoming more common. That's really cool. Cole and I are co-parenting again. We did decide to end things for good this time. At this point, it's a mutual agreement, trying to heal ourselves and make sure that our environment for our son is healthy, even if it's co-parenting instead of a happy, healthy family by traditional standards. We're just trying to do what stays healthy for everybody instead of trying to force something that just isn't working right now just because society makes me feel like I should be doing that. And him too, there's a lot of healing and deprogramming previous, preconceived notions that we've had on the whole system. So I'm kind of glad that we're both mutually at a place where we just want to support each other as friends, and as friends make sure that our child knows that he is loved first and always, and no fights or anything are ever his fault. We got him back in school at the same school that he was at last year, and he's got a new teacher though, 2 new teachers. They're not meshing with me, so I might be pulling him out of that school and putting him into something else that's got a better program, because he is autistic and I need to have a healthy school program for him to really grow and succeed in. So that's something that I'm kind of working on, figuring out where to go from there. That's a new challenge that just entered the court today, so to speak. The ball is in my court on that now. So yeah, that's where we are. It's been crazy. I might finally be selling my old van to a good friend. She is a fellow pagan mama. She's a new mama. Her little girl is so adorable. And I've got all these pagan and witchy stickers that I've always been if I sell it, I don't want people to take it off. She would keep them on there because she's also a Norse pagan witch. So I feel like that would be a really good fit for her, not just because of the stickers, but because she actually needs a decent van. And it doesn't look the cutest, but it is a good engine in that van, and I feel like it would be a really good fit for her. So I'm hoping we can work that out, and then I can finally get my Durango on the road. I'm excited about that because that means that I finally get to start shopping for a trailer tiny house situation. That's gonna be lit as fuck, and I'm so excited for when that comes, because essentially my goals for the retreat, which I know that I haven't formally talked about yet, so here we go, we're doing it, we're formalizing things. Well, not officially, but we're at least talking about it. Don't you drink my milk up there. I put it up there to get away from you cats. Naughty. Look at him. He's like, oh no, I've been caught. We have these old dog kennels stacked to put our Starlink on, because work with what you got, I guess. And my drink is up there because it is milk. I am a milk drinker. Thank you very much. Some guards in Skyrim would shame me, but I like strawberry milk, okay? And chocolate milk. So anyways, What were we talking about before I got distracted by my cat slinking on over to my milk? Do you want to get let inside, Marley? We are officially working on the fall winter retreat for this year. I'm so excited. You need to be in the Discord to confirm your spot and pay your fee for the Airbnb and all of that stuff. We split the cost on that. That's the only thing that you're paying for. Like, I'm not getting paid for running this. Nobody else is getting paid. This is all just us volunteering to try to do something for the community. So if that's something that you'd like to do, please come join us at the fall winter retreat. I think it would be a lot of fun. Just make sure that you're in that Discord so that way we can kind of vet everybody and make sure that they are safe for our community, because stop it! I am filming! And you are being so rude. We just like to vet everyone and make sure that the community can remain a safe space, because that is my first priority with creating it to begin with. So anyway, skull to the fall winter retreat. I just want to remind everyone, in case you didn't know this, if you don't read the description, or if you're not one to click the links in people's bios or whatever, I do have a website where I offer readings and Reiki services, and my readings involve tarot, runes, and oracle cards. I kind of use a combination of all of them depending on what I feel called for each individual. And Reiki sessions are anywhere between a half-hour session to an hour session, depending on what you prefer. Most things we can get finished in a half an hour, though. An hour session would be if I'm doing it for a couple, or over the entire home, like a home cleansing. And I can do these both distance. Readings, we will use a Google Meet type of situation and do a voice chat that way. Reiki, you don't need to do anything, but just kind of set some time aside for yourself at that moment and just kind of let yourself relax and be open to receiving the cleansing energies. That's something that I'd really like to do more of, just to kind of help the community, because things are literally insane in this world right now, and I think all of us could use a little bit more healing. And I've adjusted the prices on that as well to take into consideration cost of living literally doubling overnight, basically. So yeah, if that's something that you or your family member or somebody like that needs, I do Reiki over pets as well. So keep that in mind. If you need to reach out, please feel free to do so, and I can work with you and kind of, help you in your current situation. Skull to Reiki. Yeah, I know. I have a very eclectic path. I'm a Norse pagan who practices Reiki, and that's kind of confusing for some people, but it honestly just works for me. Both practices have benefited my life so deeply that I couldn't just pick one way, and I think a lot of us are like that now, and that's why a lot of us have such an eclectic path. We're not one way is the only way, my way or the highway kind of thing. And I like that about the current spiritual space. There are problems. There is toxic mindsets here and there, that this or that culture of someone is either good or bad. It's not just people have good and bad traits and you're choosing to see only the bad right now. People are still sleeping on some truths, but we'll get there as a society, hopefully, while we're still alive to see it. But I feel like eventually we will get there someday, to where we're a little bit healthier and we're not, can cancel culture cancel itself yet? Because I'm waiting for that moment. I'm exhausted of it. Fuck cancel culture. Something that I'm really excited about too is there's another Fellowship of Northern Traditions gathering coming up that I'm really looking forward to going to, and it's happening on Halloween. You guys don't even understand. Halloween has been my favorite time of year since I could fucking walk, even probably before I could walk. My mom, my first Halloween, she put a pillowcase over me and cut eyes in it, and it wrote boo on the side. I've been dressing up for Halloween since I was since I was just a little peanut, and my mom could hold me with one hand. So yes, big important things there. I'm so excited for that event. I love fall. If you followed me on Instagram for a couple years now, you know that I always tend to post the most around fall, because I'm obsessed with fall colors and I need to capture all of them that I can, however I can. And I will definitely be using some B-roll clips that I've taken here and there on my little cruises around town for vlogs and whatnot, because I'm just obsessed with this time of year and how pretty it is. It's, everything is dying and it's so beautiful, and it's maybe that's what Ragnarok is like too, could it be? I don't know. I think we need to kind of smoke and figure that out. I almost said Skull to Ragnarok, and then I was like, never mind. But Skull to a beautiful death, though. That's something worth cherishing in life. It's an oxymoron if ever I've heard one. So my upcoming content is getting really exciting. I've started using the Notion app / website to help me pre-plan a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, because I want to make sure that I'm doing content with a purpose and not just producing content to make content. I want it to mean something to you who watches it, to me who it's like my work. Like, and I don't see it as like a job. I mean, like, my work as an artist, like, it's my portfolio over here on YouTube. If anybody wants a videographer to work for them, like, I'm these are what I'm capable of. These are the edit styles that I'm enjoying right now. Things like that. And I'm really excited. It really lets you get detailed with, it's actually, the template that I'm using right now is for like new hires, technically, but I use it for video planning, and you just change some of like the pre-structured terms. So instead of like name, it'll be like video title. And instead of like, bonuses to this potential hire, I'll put like the playlist that I plan to put the video in, because I'm very organized. I'm a little OCD with my channel, and I get I like that it also has an area for me to decide if it's like a talking head video, like these kind of are talking head videos, where you could put it on like a podcast and just put your nails in the background or something. You don't have to watch, you can just listen. It's mostly me just rambling, or sometimes there will be B-roll that's important for you to watch, or the documentary style videos with the gatherings and the retreats. And so I get to kind of structure all of those things within this app. And there's so much more to it than that, but that is the feature that I'm really enjoying right now, because it's about so much more than just having a calendar and being like, okay, this Sunday I'm posting this video, this Sunday I'm posting this video. And so I can like plan ahead of how I want to film it. And like right now, this video that I'm filming, it might not even come out until mid-September, but it's not even the end of August yet. And I'm just trying to like get ahead of myself and film when I feel good, and then edit later, because editing is the part that I can do whenever. Filming with my mental health and my physical health issues, I have to do it when I feel good. And I know that sounds silly, and like I have no makeup on, because I'm just embracing being natural, and I'm embracing, people are putting dark circles on as makeup now, so I'm a natural beauty, witches. Right now I am trendy, okay? These bags, Gucci. You can't fuck with this. Who am I? Someone very high. Skull to that. Man, what a journey this year has been. Maybe at the end of the year, reflect on it, because it's honestly been, I haven't had a year like this since 2009. And for anyone who knows me personally, you know what the fuck happened in 2009, and it was crazy. This is very comparable to that. But thankfully, nobody was on their deathbed. Did you know that you knock on wood to wake up the tree spirits within the wood and help them undo the jinx that you just did to yourself? We've been practicing witchcraft our whole life. Technically, that's a druid thing, but it's similar. Anyway, thanks for chilling with me. I really enjoy doing these little catch up and talk about what's going on in life vlogs. If you have anything that's been hitting you for like crazy and you just want to vent about it and talk about it, feel free to drop them in the comments. That's what these videos are kind of about. Just kind of catching up, talking about life, what's been going on a personal level for us, not just necessarily witchy level, but more mundane stuff, because magic is to help assist the mundane. So what's been mundane for you lately? What kind of things have you been trying to use your magic to help you with? Because gods and goddesses know I've been doing a lot of spells around the things I've talked about in this video so far, especially around my mom's health. So it's been crazy. It's definitely been crazy, but I feel like there's a lot of lessons in here somewhere that I'm gonna like absorb over time, maybe. Odin willing, I'll actually retain the message. Good luck to all of you witches and bitches out there trying to navigate this hell of a retrograde season. And I mean hell with 2 L's. It is very Christian hell energy right now. It is very like, what is this? This wasn't in my manifestation. What is going on? It has been very crazy energy right now. We've got Saturn in retrograde until the end of fucking October. It's been in retrograde for some time now. And we are in Mercury retrograde shadow phase. And Mars is also in retrograde. So, the 3 of them together. But I have started working with Saturn, and that's been kind of an interesting thing. I've never worked with the planet quite like this before. It's been nice. It's been really interesting. Like, he is loud. He is loud when he talks, but I'm like, is it because we're in the same galaxy that I hear you more clearly in my clear audience than I would, like, any other god? Or well, I mean, like, I hear my ancestors pretty loud because, I mean, blood, you know? But that's definitely an interesting thing to talk about. Saturn is a cool guy. I like his voice. His voice is really interesting. Like, a lot of time when my clear audience comes through, it's almost like my higher self has to interpret and translate for me because they don't speak in human words. But Saturn just came through on his own, kind of like how Loki does. I hear Loki's voice the most. Saturn sounded like Geralt of Rivia meets Mufasa to me. Not quite the bassy tone of Mufasa though, but it was very like somehow gravelly and smooth at the same time. And he just said like one sentence to me, very Odin vibes, very like straight and to the point, and that's it, and then bye. He was a little bit louder. Maybe I don't want to say that because I don't need Odin to yell at me, so like, I've had a hard enough year. Please don't yell at me, Dad. Thanks. The birds out there are really having a conversation. Perhaps a fight. They're dueling. They're flighting right now. Flight, 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 flight. As crazy as things have been lately, I am starting to feel like they're really mellowing out and I'm finally getting to a point of balance. I've been on a take my power back kind of journey for a long time. And I feel like I'm finally hitting the crescendo of it all before we dive back into the breakdown and all of that stuff. Maybe this is the breakdown, and maybe we got to build back up again. I don't know, but I just feel I'm in more control, and I have more control than I've ever had right now, and I'm enjoying that, and not in like a narcissistic, like toxic way, but just like a I finally have my control kind of way. I've been through it, and maybe eventually when I'm out of this situation we'll make a video talking about what it's like having a narcissistic parent and what it's like going through these situations with one. But while I'm going through it, it's a little bit hard. I'm still processing everything, so like to put it out like that right now, it's a lot. But for those of you who are in the Discord, you know, I'm very open there. It's a safe space for all of us. I don't create that Discord just to not talk in it myself, so we definitely communicate on there about these things, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about, and I appreciate all of you guys so much. And my Discord isn't Patreon exclusive. Those two things are separate. Thanks for sitting with me through this fun kind of chill with me video. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you clicking on these videos, any of my videos. I appreciate it. I am not monetized yet, so every little view helps get me there, and that is a goal that I have at some point, just because I mean it would really help get us to getting the retreat faster. It's a big project and we've got a good team building, and I know that there's a lot more to come in the future, but the goals for the retreat look a lot like a campsite for like people to put little tiny houses or like their buses or their vans or whatever. There could also be like tent camping on like a separate spot that's like all grassy and soft and nice. And then there's also going to be like cabins. And then there's going to be like a big lodge that's going to be like the tavern of the place. And that's where everybody can like get food from us if they want to. If they don't have, you know, if they don't want to cook for themselves in their own place, they don't have to, but you can also. Yeah, when Odin said, when I made my oath to him and he was like, except for when times get too hard for you to handle them. And I was like, nothing's too hard for me to handle. I'll kick its ass. Well, you know, fuck it. I'm strong. Like, I got this. And I had no idea what I was in store for. And he was like, yeah, I'm putting that addendum in there anyways. How many times I gotta close out this video? Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.